Hey DB, welcome back to another episode of Conquest Journal. I'm Sam.
I'm Lily.
Let's
Get
get
started.
With a few weeks left of school,
Here are a few reminders for our seniors.
With the end of the year rapidly approaching, here are a few things for our big bad seniors to keep in mind. Building up to the end of the year, there's a lot for us to process. Here is Miss Piedra with a few requirements.
Okay, so in order for seniors to graduate, they have to complete the graduation diploma requirements from the district, which is 26 credits. With that, a new requirements from the state is that they need to complete a financial aid application, also a post-secondary test, and of course pass all of their EOC exams.
If you're unsure if you're eligible to graduate, there's a few things you can check.
So if a student is not on track to graduate, it's usually because they're failing some classes. So first of all, I encourage students to talk to their teachers and ask them what are the things that they need to do in order to try and bring up their grade to passing status. And second, most definitely come and visit with your counselor so we can give them guidance. And most importantly, talk to their parents, because probably parents have plans for their graduation as celebrations are concerned, and they need to know that.
Seniors also need 40 hours of community service to be able to walk. If you're still interested in the senior trip, there are still some few spots.
I do need the payment, and there are some seniors that want to go that weren't signed up. So if you're still thinking about it, if you can come in and we can put you on the waiting list, because there are other people that cannot go after all.
Make sure to turn in the money as soon as possible. In addition, here's a few reminders for those going on the senior trip.
They need to turn in all their library books, check in their Chromebooks before the trip. Make sure they're clear with the business office. They did their hours for loss of credit. They have their 40 hours for graduation. Turn in calculators. They have to be in good standing with attendance, discipline, and have finished E2020.
Well, I expect to graduate with all the people in my class right now, and I expect us to have a nice moment in graduation and have a nice time.
Reporting for Conquest Journal, this is Jennifer Soto.
You know what? I hate the allergy season.
here's some information about the season.
During this time of year, allergy symptoms begin to affect people's health.
By giving me sinus headaches and congestion. We live in a desert, and in the desert we get a double whammy with mold that's rotting wood in the desert and pollen.
These symptoms are usually caused by wind blowing pollen into the air and into our nasal systems.
People that have severe allergies should avoid being outdoors when there's a lot of wind. Before they go to bed, make sure that they go shower, make sure they wash off all the allergens so that they have a better night rest.
Wearing a mask can help lighten the chances of a person getting allergies.
Well, I've used masks, and they do help. Masks kind of put a damper on it, pump the brakes on the pollen that enter my system.
Make sure to stay healthy and safe. Reporting for Conquest Journal, Arturo Mercado II.
With Fuego and Enchiladas tryouts coming up,
Let's check out the process and requirements for their upcoming dance season.
Enchiladas and Fuego tryouts for the upcoming school year are happening right now, and it is a competitive scene.
Before the audition, they have to submit an application that includes grades, attendance, discipline record, teacher recommendation. If they don't have any major issues in any of those areas, then they're allowed to audition. Once they audition, I'm looking for people that love to perform, but the absence of a smile when they're performing, or that those skills that come with being in front of an audience, if it's not there, that's not necessarily something that will help you once you start performing on our teams.
The schedule for the teams is a lengthy one, spanning the whole school year.
School year, we have a few practices. We even have a fundraiser. Once the school year starts, it's pretty much only during class time, no after school or morning practices.
The actual auditions are lengthy and difficult, going across several days.
So first day they come in, they learn one dance. For instance, in Fuego, they learned a salsa. Second day, they learned a jive. The third day, we just worked with them. And then on the last day, the judges come in. They judge them on those two pieces. And we have a lot of fun. We really do. We like to show off what we have here at Del Valle.
Good luck dancers who are trying out for the teams. Reporting for Conquest Journal, Haley Hernandez.
There are many species living around Del Valle.
And you can find them in our very own desert garden.
At Del Valle, we take protecting the environment very seriously, and thanks to our own science teachers, we're able to educate others through our very own desert garden.
It was myself and Mr. De La O that actually originally started doing the garden. There was a family of burrowing owls there that we wanted to protect.
Ms. Bryan has dedicated her free time to take care of the garden.
I just hope that the garden will continue for many years. That way everybody can be aware of the different animals, plants that are around in our El Paso area, and hopefully start to appreciate them.
Besides from owls, many other animals have been spotted.
We've also had the roadrunner that runs through the parking lot sometimes and then jumps in there. So every once in a while you'll get to see different things. And of course this year the big news is all the monk parakeets.
The monk parakeets started as a foreign species, but now they've been introduced all over the El Paso area.
And now they're just flying around the lower valley. They've been around for, I want to say already going on 2 or 3 months. What we've done so far is we spread birdseed in our garden in order to attract them, to get more videos of them and so forth. We're going to start having a little Saturday sessions where we're going to come in and clean up the garden. So we'll be announcing those as well in the next few weeks or so, where students can participate and volunteer and get community service hours if they want to come and help beautify the garden and help Miss Sherry Bryant maintain that garden with her, because she's been doing it for so many years.
Stay tuned for the opportunities to learn about our ecosystem and gain community service hours. Reporting for Conquest Journal, this is Lillian and Natalie. There's a lot of talent that we don't know about here.
Let's take a look at what this year's art competitors achieved.
This year's art program had a lot of success in the art competition.
This year's regional vase went very well. We had out of 23 entries that Del Valle put in, 22 of them medaled in the region.
Out of all students that competed, 2 of them advanced to the next step of the competition,
Which was Daphne Carrillo and Cristina Puentes, who will be going to state here at the end of this month and competing over there against about 1,900 students.
For each of them, their projects represent something different.
My projects represent the culture that I got inspired of, and it was the Japanese. I feel very excited, and I think we're going to have a fun time, and I hope to win.
My project is a mask of a combination of an animal and an insect.
Mr. Morales is always looking for ways to help and motivate his students.
You know, when I talk to them, just get to know them as far as what their likes and dislikes are, and then as they're working, maybe do little suggestions. You know, you have told me that you like this. Why don't you explore that topic? You know, things like that. But that's how I feel that most students already come with a creative mindset. They just haven't activated it.
Del Valle hopes to see them win at their state competition. Reporting for Conquest Journal, Jessie Santana.
Seniors tend to slack off on their last year of high school.
Let's check out the consequences of senioritis.
Hey DV, this is Bob, a senior on his last year of high school.
you're not eligible to participate anymore.
But why?
Because of your failing grades. Get out.
Remember, seniors, don't be like Bob and miss out on the fun activities that make high school memorable because of senioritis.
Thank you for tuning in for this week's episode of Conquest Journal. I'm Willie.
I'm Sam.
Signing off. I'm writing a novel. Thank you for tuning in for this week's episode of Conquest Journal. I'm Sam. I'm not Sam. Yippee! I got a pillow now. It's my senioritis.